Oh, the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Hi, I'm Clowny Quin, and still my balloon does not float, so this is a lie. And I'm joined to talk about It Chapter 2 with the one and only Pennywise. Oh yeah, look at him. He's so tall. And also, this cardboard cutout guy here looks way better than a lot of that CGI that was going on in this movie. Oh my god. There's quite a few things that I liked about this movie, but the CGI and the scares were not scary, and they just kind of took me out of the movie the whole time. This movie was 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's a lot of minutes to be constantly taken in and out of the movie. Okay, I'm going to talk about the stuff that I did like. I really liked the adults in this one, because the second half of it was about the adults. Like, unlike the original miniseries and also the book, where it's like the kids going about their lives, having this interaction with the killer clown and their fears, and then being adults, and then having these memories, because when they leave Derry, they don't remember any of this stuff anymore. And it just goes like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This one was mostly adults. They did a little bit of stuff with the kids as kids, but not that much. Like, if anything, it was all built to something. It was all like relationship building, or like getting deeper inside of the kids' fears. So that was good. It had a purpose. But unlike, I guess, comparing the miniseries to the movies, in the movies I really liked the stuff with the adults and the relationship building stuff way better than the movie version of the kids. I mean, they were like cute and stuff, but I just didn't get into it as much. Like, I wasn't like as invested. I did also think it was kind of weird. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I felt like in Chapter 2, when they did some of the stuff with the kids, like some of the scenes with the kids, it looks like their faces were CGI'd a little, like they're maybe to look younger, because, you know, they were at that age where you, like, the puberty thing, and so everything starts changing really quickly. I don't know, that's just what I thought. Maybe I'm bananas and was just swept up with the CGI and it was too distracting. I don't know. So I guess I'll just start at the beginning. The change that they did in the first it was set in the 80s instead of like the original. It was set in the 50s, so 27 years later would be now. So, you know, they get to have texting and all this other stuff. Something I thought was kind of interesting, but like it was a little weird, this change that they made, because, you know, in the 2017 it, they had Ben, you know, the fat kid, the new kid on the block, being the one who was interested in the town. And then in this one, Chapter 2, it's back to being Mike. So I was like, I wonder why they just forgot about that part. But yeah, so they find out that like it has come back, and Mike has to call everyone like, it's come back. You have to come back to Derry. We have to defeat it again. So, you know, all the kids, all 7 kids. Well, Stanley kills himself again. One thing I did really like is they added a lot more character to him. Because like if you saw the first one, you probably don't even know who I'm talking about. Stanley, the Jewish kid, the one who you don't even remember from the first one. Well, he's given a lot more character, and like, you know, you get the feels when it's stuff that's about him. That's one thing I did really like, is you feel a lot more for the adults. Like, at least I did. I mean, I was worried about them. I wanted them to be safe, and I was sad when sad things happened to them, you know? But then it was like got ruined by CGI Pennywise stuff, which was crazy because it's me. I'm going to go into this because I want to see a killer clown movie. I want to see him be funny and do funny things. And yeah, like it was all funny. This was not a horror movie. This was a comedy. There was so much stuff that I laughed at that I don't think was intentionally meant to be funny. So, I don't know. Maybe they just made a fantastic comedy. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't hate this movie. I mean, I didn't like love it either. Like there was stuff that I did love about it. Like I said, I really liked the stuff. I liked the relationship building bits. But so they come back to Derry and they have to face all their fears alone again. It is very much kind of like the book, how they come back and they realize like there's this ritual they have to complete, and they have to get their each one of them has to have their own article or their own like thing to put into this burning bit for the ritual to be completed. And I don't know, like one thing that about the 2017 version is that it did inspire me to read the book, which I did. I've done a review on it before. If you've seen it, cool. So like I remember snippets, and I feel like they added some more of the elements from the book in it. Stephen King himself was in this movie, so that was pretty fun. He sells Bill his bike back, and there's a lot of existential crises going on. I feel like I'm really rambling, but this story was a little bit all over the place. Once again, like I said, they have to get each one of them has to face their fears, and like so it gets very formulaic that way. Like, oh, one of the kids has to face their fears. Pennywise or some CGI thing is gonna get them. Oh no! But then they overcome it and everything's okay. And they do that with every single one of them. And then they all have to defeat Pennywise the spider. And when he becomes the spider, it's not like that stop motion crazy thing. It reminded me of a clown version of The Rock from the Mummy movie, the sequel to the Mummy 2, the Brendan Fraser one. And, yeah, remember that monstrosity? Wasn't that bad CGI, but it definitely reminded me of it. Like I was just like, no, what are you doing? No, the scares in this movie was still just loud sounds, getting really close to the camera. Bah! Like that's not scary. That's startling, but that doesn't make it a scare. Let's see, what else? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really gonna remember this movie, which is kind of similar to in the book. Once it's over, it is over. When they go off and leave and live their lives again, they start to forget. And that's gonna be like my real life. I'm gonna forget about this movie next week. I'm never gonna forget about Tim Curry as a clown. Telling us to get Prince Albert out of the can, like this is gonna be forgettable. I'm gonna have this awesome cardboard forever. That's really the only thing I'm gonna remember is my cardboard Pennywise. I'm gonna totally forget about this movie next week, and that's kind of sad because I was really excited for this. I guess one good thing. The only real good thing that they did as far as Pennywise like luring children to get them, because that was kind of the point originally, is that a clown is supposed to like make the kids are like, ooh, clowns, ha! There was a little girl that had like a jelly stained birthmark on her face, and she runs into Pennywise and she's like, I don't want to look at you, you're scary. And he's like, oh, no one wants to be my friend because I look so scared. And she's like, I understand how that is. And then he eats her. Yay. Something else that was fun that came out of this whole like revamped Stephen King's It was all of the ladies and guys that want to wear clown makeup. I mean, I enjoyed seeing all the cosplayers and the fan art that happened, because a lot of people were like, you know, this Pennywise, he's kind of attractive because the world is weird and I'm not alone. It's not just me. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Highlights, super highlights. I really loved the guy who plays Richie. I can't remember that actor's name for the life of me, but I really like his stuff on like SNL, and like he's a writer on a lot of shows that I like, so that was cool. Also, the guy who plays Eddie, I can't remember his name either, I'm sorry. He's also plays Deputy So-and-so from the Sinister movies. Well, I liked the first one, the second one was meh. But whatever, Deputy So-and-so. He's also, actually, the actor who plays him is actually going to be at Spooky Empire this year, which is super exciting. I'm going to say hi to him and be like, "Hi, Deputy So-and-so, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying Spooky Empire," which is going to be in Tampa this year. It is from November 1st to November 3rd. I know, kind of get pushed around a little bit, but yeah, he's going to be at Spooky. So, yeah, It Chapter 2. I really wasn't that crazy about it, which is kind of disappointing. But, you know, they did what they could. There's a scene with a lot of blood. Period joke. Alright, see you next time. Bye!